come from greatness and you fall so far, the mental you need it can be hard. But it's also not fair to lie and be like, oh, you were great, so it's fine that you suck now. You know, like, honesty is a good thing, but it can be hard to swallow. Boom! That gets the charge and it gets the kill. That is actually a beautiful C4. And this is also why Thermite, not the greatest operator in the world for the job. It is a very risky job to breach the walls, and this was also the only heart breacher brought from Two-Faced. So this is like year 1 season Pro League. If you kill the heart breacher, you win the round. Back in year 1 of Pro League, you could spawn peak with 5 people, because if you killed the Thatcher or if you killed the Thermite, you would win the round right then and there. Like, it's just GG. People didn't do vertical play, people didn't do like nades above reinforcements, etc. So spawn peak and Thatcher or Thermite just meant GG. This is kind of that situation. Thermite dies, round is over, but Spirit's pushing forward into Master Bedroom when you have denied the hard support. This is where you want to go backwards. Instead of going deep into Master fighting office, you go into Solarium and you play here, right? Take it one step back. Now it's 2 versus 4. And they can only come from 2 angles, right? This door, this hallway, and then the actual door from Fireplace. It'll be a split down the middle 50-50, but with Diffuser down in West Main, they can actually cross up together. It's going to be a wallbang from Broke Butters, which leaves Melted in a 1 versus 2. He knows where Diffuser is, and these walls are hard and they are soft, which means there's only one way in, which is the door. And this is going to be a slaughter fest. Ah, left, right, knife, no! He almost pulled out the shotgun. Oh, and that's it. They could have just AFK'd on site. Imagine Spirits ran downstairs. They had 4 guys alive. Ends up in a 4 versus 2 instead. They could have 1 guy bottom trophy, 1 guy trophy window where the frost was, 2 guys kitchen, or 1 guy kitchen, 1 guy dining. They could have had such good positions. They could have even played basement stairs West Main. Hit like in a corner in West Main, played West Main window. Could have flanked if you wanted to, like whatever. The Spirits absolutely trolled that round, I'm gonna be honest. He had a way out, you could have taken it, but he didn't. And nobody was there to help him either, so it's not like he could have stayed with a friend and play refrag. It's like he stays alone or he falls away. Was there any bad blood when jNSzki quit? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we were... Basically, when jNSzki quit... Well, jNSzki was kicked, first of all. He didn't leave, like, we kicked him. But... Basically, we were asked by Ubisoft. So Ubisoft had this event, which... I didn't sign an NDA, so technically I can talk about this. Ubisoft wanted to do an event where... This is like 3 years ago, right? Like forever ago. Ubisoft wanted to make an event where they would give us an old version of Siege, and they would have us recreate the finals of a certain tournament. So it was gonna be Penta EG Grand Finals back on the old patch that we played on. And they wanted to do like when Sisu won in year 2 season 3 in Brazil. They wanted to redo that final. And when we were asked to redo the final, jNSzki said no. He didn't want to play with us. So we were gonna play with Shaz, pretending to be jNSzki, like a replacement. So I guess that was bad blood, yeah. Like, jNSzki never spoke to any of us again, really. Which kind of sucked. But, yeah. Like, jNSzki and Fabian were always a bit hot-headed and hot. Dude, 2F keeps trying with this stupid shield. And it, like, both Fabian and jNSzki were both, like, hot-headed and fucking hard-headed. They fought a fair bit. We all did, to be fair. But when we kicked jNSzki, he got very angry. Which makes sense. I mean, it sucked. But basically, jNSzki played a very different game than we did. And it just wasn't like... It didn't work anymore. Like, we had 2 very different ideas of how to play the game. So it had to be done. We tried, like, we were gonna kick jNSzki way earlier than we did. But we wanted to make it work. Like, we tried so many things, giving him feedback, trying, like, different positions, different roles. You know, theory crafting. And nothing just worked, so we had to part ways, sadly. He was a really good player. jNS was one of the most, like, he was one of the best mechanical players of Siege during his time. And the second Ubisoft started changing like the lean mechanic, the crouch mechanic, the prone mechanic, and the speed of Siege, jNS became handicapped as a player. And he kept trying to play the game the same way he used to, without fast leaning, without fast proning, without fast crouching. And he would just die all the time to like nonsense, essentially. Like just like stupidly dying. Kind of like 2-faced are right now. Or actually, I'm dying, but how 2-faced on the shield. So jNS just couldn't adapt, is typically how I put it. Which is a shame, because I generally do believe he was one of the best mechanical players. Same with somebody called Psy, S4I. Psy was my teammate in Penta back in year 1, season 1. Really good player. Like, one of the best pistol players in the game, probably. He was so good with pistols. And he got mentally abused by his teammate Toby. And he kind of just fell off the face of the earth and lost his career. Both of those players are very, very talented, but never made it as far as they could have. jNS did, to be fair. Like, jNS is a legend, but Psy could have made it so much further than he did, sadly. And when jNS joined, like, Team Secret or whatever, like, a different Pro League team, I was very happy for him. Because I genuinely wanted him to get, like, a new chance to do good things. And, it just didn't work, I guess. Yeah, jNS Bandit. Yeah, jNS was like the Bandit player. Ironside Bandit. jNS was the founder of this like reverse drop shot, and it was ridiculous. So back in like year 1 of Siege, maybe it was even year 2 as well. If you're prone on the floor and you sprint it up while flicking, you would like teleport, kind of. We called it the reverse drop shot. It was really fucking strong, and no one, like, jNS just realized that you could do it, and nobody had ever done it before. So jNS would just prone on the floor, and then sprint, flick, and teleport peek people, and he would just destroy them. Remember we were scrimming, and whoever is scrimming is like, what the fuck are you doing? And jNS is just fucking proning, standing, just destroying people. Having the greatest time of his life. But you know, as those mechanics started getting changed and movement started getting changed, he became like an inferior version of himself. This is nice. It is gonna punch the door and lead the run out here. It's nice. So they did the double run out because the air jab, but no one's repelling there. It was a teleport peak. Yeah, it was basically a teleport peak. Oh, you guys are trolling me.
Fair play. You enabled it for the rest of us, so you know.
That's all you saying.
What?
All you. Get him.
What do you mean? Oh, is he out here?
Oh, he's still here.
Location has been compromised. That's clear.
Amaru. Amaru! Dearly. What up, Bobby?
You have been spotted by hostiles. Fall back.
Oh.
Op 4 eliminated. Mission successful.
He doesn't miss. Chat, he doesn't miss.